Wes, let's start right there. Brady Waslin, we talked to him last night. You've gotten a chance to know, and I'm sure you're very excited to have him join the organization.
Yeah, everyone here in Niagara is beyond thrilled to have Brady. Great kid off the ice, exceptional skill on the ice, just born to play hockey, and we're just so fortunate to have someone of his stature in the organization.
We were talking about his skill set and what he brings to the table, but from your guys' point of view, what exactly do you see? How do you see him coming into the lineup and his role?
Well, just an impact guy. He's been that his whole entire hockey career, so we don't see how it doesn't translate right away for us. He's a high impact guy, high energy guy, attracts the puck, demands the puck the right way, uses his teammates well. In our opinion, one of the top players in Canada.
Wes, you mentioned using his teammates well, and you've already got Ryan Robrek, who set the team rookie record for goal scoring. I'm sure putting those two together, Kevin He, Gavin Bryant, there's so many players. I'm sure it's going to make things quite interesting.
Yeah, it's exciting time for us, and our players are excited to see the guys coming in, and these guys we brought in will fit in great, and for our young core, it's a good time for the organization.
Well, we saw Gavin Bryant last night was the one that helped make the pick and did it over the call. How did that come together, and what can you say about him as a leader?
Yeah, Gavin's high-end guy for us, exceptional leader in the locker room, in the community, good for the young guys, the measuring stick for a leader. So someone that the guys gravitate to, and he's easy to talk to. He's been through a lot through his career, so he's got different angles on certain situations. So it's been a great, Gav's doing a great job for us, and we're very fortunate to have someone like him.
Wes Consorti, the assistant GM of the Niagara IceDogs, joining us here. Moved through to the second round last night. Maximus Crete chosen out of the Upper Canada Cyclones. For IceDogs fans watching us here, what can you tell us about him?
Just another high-end player, great motor, dictates the game with his speed. Again, we feel that he's a very well-rounded player. Very fortunate again to get a player like that for us in our group and what we're trying to do. So just very excited to get a kid like that in the second round.
As the draft was rolling along last night into round 3, you guys were able to pick up a goaltender in Matthew Humphreys, a D-man and Nick Frasca. Was that an area that you guys had circled, goaltending, defense? And early on in the draft, is it a case of getting the best player available, or are you still trying to fill some holes?
Well, absolutely. Like with Matthew, his potential is his build. Number one, we've had good conversations with our goalie coach Adam Monroe, and we feel he's got the makeup to step into the league and make an impression. There's a path for him, and just to get someone like that early, it was important for us too with our where we're at, and with Nick. Another solid defenseman, good bloodline, good lineage, can play the offensive game, the defensive game, good teammate, good program. Checked a lot of the boxes for us. So, again, have guys like that come into the organization is very important for us.
And you mentioned, of course, Nick Frasca, and of course, obviously, he'll be carving his own path. But with that famous Frasca, the brotherhood and them all coming in, I'm sure it helps that you know what they're about, because you've seen already with his brothers coming through the league and getting to know the family, and I'm sure that helps. While I say Nick is going to carve his own path, I'm sure that familiarity with the Frasca last name really helps.
Yeah, absolutely. And, he's just a hockey player. He's just here to play. He's doing it his whole life with his brothers, and we feel it's a good spot for him, and there's a path for success for him here, and, excited to get these guys in.
Wes, the draft lottery was something you guys had to wait on to know where you'd be picking in the first round. Once that was all settled and you knew where you'd be picking in the 4 spot, was it a case of, did you have Waslin was the guy? Was it a bit of a wait and see? And at the same time, the last couple of weeks, what's that been like for the entire crew? How did you guys feel about how prepared you were coming into this weekend?
Yeah, I mean, picking 4th, obviously we have to wait for the other teams, but, we definitely went over scenarios with our group, and if certain guys went certain places, there's different scenarios to go over and cover, but just getting, Brady is, for us is beyond just ecstatic just to grab him number 4. Just one of the big time high impact players. So stressful, yes, the last leading up to it with the lottery, and you kind of just, I wouldn't say overthink scenarios, but you got to be prepared because things change rapidly, daily, hourly. We were prepared for multiple scenarios, and fortunate for us, the number 1 scenario came about.
Wes, we know we got to let you go here in a minute. You've got, we appreciate the time. Got to ask, you've got picks 159, 160, and 163 coming up at the bottom of the 8th and top of the 9th, with 3 picks so close together. Is that easier, harder to for your group to bring those together and decide what players to go with?
Well, with that being so tight, we kind of can corner maybe the market a little bit. So we've had some good chats with our group, and hopefully we can execute these next few picks where we want.
And what about when this day is done? Your entire group, does everybody kind of take a step back, catch your breath? I know it always feels like a short off season as you look ahead to next year, but I'd imagine everybody will definitely be ready to relax when this weekend's done.
Yeah, you'd hope so. It's just a constant loop, I feel, but in a good way. But more coffee, more miles, and and start again. Take a breather a little bit, but then with the U18 draft coming up, and then the orientation camps coming up. So we take the breaks when we need it, but definitely now is not the time. So.
It's certainly busy times. Wes, we appreciate you giving us a few minutes here on our show, and all the best to your team there in Niagara.
Appreciate it. Thank you for your time.
There's Wes Consorti joining us from the Niagara IceDogs, Assistant General Manager, and as we said,